welcome back to the FM Playoffs YouTube channel. It's myself again, Moza, and I'm joined by SiMaggio, another one of our 12 competitors this month. How are you, Si?
I'm good. I'm good. It's I'm a bit sunburnt, to be honest. I don't know if it comes up on this camera. Actually, it's nice. Do you know what I've noticed? I was just thinking this. You actually see people's rooms in the daylight because you're recording these in the day. I'm gone off topic already. You're recording these in the day, so you're seeing like things that are in my room that you might not normally see, like that chair right there. You wouldn't normally see on my nighttime streams. So it's interesting, like when you get the sun in people's rooms.
Yeah, it's not the same as setting the mood when we're usually on in the evenings, aren't we?
Yeah. You
And
get
to be
your
fair,
fancy glowy lights, whatever. And
you're never going to look sunburnt in comparison to this face, so you're safe sailing on that regard.
do you get sun up there?
Apparently so. I'm struggling to cope with it this week, I'll be honest. But yeah, we have you in for a return. Most of the guys we've got this time are debutants, but there is a difference this time round in that we have 12 drafters. So what are your thoughts on how that's going to change things?
Yeah, I mean, maybe maybe I'm going a bit too much behind the scenes here, but I messaged you saying, with that extra week, you could chuck in an extra 2 competitors. I might have shot myself in the foot because that's 2 extra people to compete against. So it's going to be tough. But yeah, I always have 4 of us coming back. Keg obviously who won, Leemo and Stinger who knocked me out. So it's good. It's good to see some new faces in. It's interesting. There's a lot of like variety in there. People who come from different types of streaming or content, and I'm looking forward to it this week.
Is there anyone in particular out of the new guys that you're looking forward to facing if you get drawn with them?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I'm glad. Like last time, I got that match against Mao at the last minute, which was good. So I don't have to call that out this time. I don't think he gets a third chance, does he? Maybe some point in the future.
He weasels me back somehow.
So out of the new guys, it's got to be either McKins. Obviously, I've faced him quite a few times in drafts. He beat me in a final of a wasted possession one. That's the closest I've got to ever winning anything other than my own draft. And then Stick as well. Stick the number of times. I think me and Stick are pretty level in terms of performances, but he's beaten me on away goals. I was 6-1 up against him once in a home leg, and then I lost 7-2 in the away leg. So or the other way around, 5-0 in the away leg. So I ended up getting knocked out on away goals. So yeah, those 2 guys, I've faced them a lot. I sort of know who they're going to be picking. I think maybe they'll throw in some surprises. And obviously, there's some. I'm not looking forward to facing BustTheNet. I think he's going to know his way around adjusting his tactics. But yeah, I'm certainly looking forward to meeting some of the other guys.
And last time, correct me if I'm wrong, I feel like you drafted for a formation. Is that fair to say?
Yeah, it was a formation that had worked in one of my Sunday drafts the day before. It was, smashed through some of the better drafters I faced, and it didn't really work on the day. I've tried that formation a few times since. Some weeks it works, some weeks it doesn't. So I feel like it really limits you if you have an injury or 2. It seemed to give away a lot of penalties. I don't know if it was a particular player I picked. It was Tomori or someone. Someone just kept giving away penalties.
There were
last
a lot
time.
of penalties.
There were.
It was almost like twice every match day. Basically, there was.
Yeah, I think I had
2 penalties anyway.
2 for me and 5 against me or something. So yeah, it was. I mean, that really made a difference. Set pieces we struggled with. So I don't know if the tactic last time I needed to adjust. The set pieces could have been the only thing that I needed to change. But I think this time I might go for something a bit more standard and leave myself a bit more flexibility if things aren't working out.
So you're still drafting for a formation then in mind, or are you going to change up and go for the players and then fit them into something?
I've got a formation. I think you've got to go for your standard position somewhat. And I have some players I would like to get. If I don't get them though, I feel like I do have that backup of I could adjust. Let's say I don't get the. I'm not going to give away a position. I don't get the. What position don't I use? The Raumdeuter, right? I don't get the Raumdeuter that I want. I don't get Thomas Müller, and then I'm going to have to think of a different formation. Someone like that would be key. There's not many alternatives for a player like that. Same with a complete forward. You haven't got loads of complete forwards in the game. But I feel like the formation I'm going for is, a lot of the positions are going to be fairly versatile. And normally a player that good can play in a different style anyway.
Yeah. I think flexibility is going to be key, isn't it? Especially when there's 12 people in this time, that it was hard enough with 10. It's just going to get a little step harder, not just with the amount of people, but the now restricted draft pool as well is the other thing. So have
The
you
400
been
million is
preparing with
tough.
that?
Yeah, yes. I think I took Ronaldo last time, and I don't think he'll go this time. I think 100 million is too much. But with 12 people drafting, you might find very quickly that you've got a lot of budget left and there's not so many options left. I think that this is just about the right level where there's enough players you could feel it. I think it's 10,000 players, right?
Yeah, just over 10,000 in there.
But it does cut out some of the more expensive options and put in a few cheaper options compared to the world one, which I think is 6,000 players. But you have a lot more of the high end players.
Yeah,
you get your South Americans, and some of the players who didn't qualify. Haaland's not there, for example. Is there no Slovakia or Slovenia? So there's no Milinkovic-Savic.
I believe SMS isn't in it, if I remember rightly.
So there's going to be a few. Yeah, there's going to be a few big players who won't be making it. Ronan Curtis won't be there because there's no Ireland. There's my little Pompey pick. Actually, he's not a bad Pompey pick. I think he's only about 400,000 in the draft mode, so he's quite cheap. But obviously he's not going to be there this week, so no one can steal that one.
Well, we've got 350k plus. I'm sure you'll find a Pompey pick from somewhere. Just
even if
it's pick 20 there,
I think there is. I think one of the midfielders is 400k. So maybe one of the midfielders, an English midfielder. I think I'll be looking at some of the backup Premier League or Bournemouth and Norwich and some of the higher level Championship players have some good English players that you can play a backup role.
And the other thing that I've been asking everyone as we've gone along is to give me a prediction on where you think you're going to finish.
I mean, last time I only just made it out the group, but it was a bit of a weird one in that I should have beaten Wolfie and just got 2 breakaway goals against me. Keg as well. Keg's match was closer, but again, I probably should have won or drew it. And then it was just a couple. I think I conceded 2 penalties. And then I was relying on Mr. Diz resting players, and that got me through on away goals or something, or head to head maybe. So we just about squeaked through at the expense of Wolfie, unfortunately for him. So this time I just want to get to the knockouts. Get back in again. Another chance to win the title. If I win it, that'd be great. But I know. Last night I saw in your stream you were pitching me. Whenever anyone does that, that means I'm going to get knocked out straight away.
I did put the pressure on you.
So. Yeah, I know it's bad. So, but I think with the level of competition this time, you got Stinger, you got BustTheNet. They know what they're doing tactically. I think Stick knows what he's doing tactically, and he knows some good drafts. He's done lots of drafts as well. McKins's has done plenty of drafts. I don't know if Demand More. I think he's been doing a bit of practicing as well. So there's definitely, Leemo obviously got to the final last time, and Keg won it. So we both know what those two are capable of. So I think there's going to be who've I not spoken about? Henry might struggle. Maybe he's new to the game.
And Tony's the only one.
Tony as well. Yeah. I was watching Tony's. I was stealing Tony's picks last night. I didn't steal many, to be honest. There were a few on my. I've had my shortlist ready for a while. In fact, I've had a lot of these shortlists ready for a while.
As long as you don't start John McGinn off, I'll be raging.
Does he want John McGinn? Does he?
I might have said too much.
I'm surprised. Isn't Demand More going to go for?
Quite possibly. Yeah. There is that kind of Scottish link with the two of them.
Or is it Scott McTominay? Which one is the one who would you take, John McGinn or Scott McTominay? I'm interviewing you now. We're flipping this.
Depends. McGinn's better as a box to box. McTominay's better as a spoiler. So it depends what role you need them for.
I think McTominay's
better physically. So if you're wanting just a direct comparison, I'd probably go McTominay.
All right,
but McGinn's better going forward.
I'm going to make a note. Actually, neither of those. There is, I would look at Henderson as well. You can get for that kind of position. There's a lot more money. There's some good Italians in that position. I don't want to give away too much, but yeah, I don't think John McGinn. I think he is on my shortlist, but he's one of the. Depends how much budget I've got left. If I've got the budget, I'll be going for someone higher up.
He's 13 and a bit million, isn't it? 13,
he's cheap.
Something like that. So
yeah, and you could easily go in a first team, but
we'll see. Ryan Gould's a value pick in my opinion, but we'll move on from there. So
did you take him last time? Someone took him.
And he
didn't
had to
turn
play
out,
because
did he?
Messi get injured before game 1.
Oh.
So Gold was my number 10. And actually, it was very good. One of
He
the
worked
very
out.
few players
wow.
that was very good. But we don't want to dwell on that too much because there's a reason I'm not in it this time. So we'll move swiftly on.
I'll do prediction for my prediction for my knockouts for my prediction.
Knockouts for
you know, we'll say that we'll get through the group. We'll squeeze through the groups. And that's what we want.
That's all you need to do. Doesn't matter how you get through, as long as you're top 3 in your group, you're fine. Back again. So, as with everyone in the competition, size details are below, Twitch link and Twitter. So go and check them out. As with all the guys, we are 6 p.m. BST on Saturday live for the draft. All the guys will be live individually, and Sunday from 12 p.m. BST. Again, all the guys will be live for the games, and we'll also have the play-by-play on my channel as well. So come and watch, come and enjoy. Cheer on all the guys, including Si. My sneaky dark horse pick to win it. So I'll just leave that in just for a wee bit of added pressure.
You can tell who's got bottle emotes and who hasn't got bottle emotes. You know, they're.
I'll say no more.
You've got an iron brew bottle, haven't you? You know.
I mean, it had to be done. Didn't it?
Yeah.
So, there's a reason I like myself, Demand More, and McKins have got bottles.
Yeah. I think I've got one. There's a few out there. Mr. Diz had one.
It's a bit of an FM staple at this point, isn't it?
It is. You got to have your bottle emote to be mocked by your chat.
So there you go. Go and subscribe to him with your Twitch Prime and get your bottle. But thank you very much for your time again, my friend, and good luck to you this weekend.
Cheers, Moz. I'll see you Saturday.